Welcome back to another video, and I'm not going to keep you long. I'm going to go straight into telling you how much I made in 2025 through selling stock videos. But if you want to know more details about how what type of video sell, how I got started, and all the things that you need to consider, then stick around towards the end of this video where I'll be talking more about that. And so how much did I make in 2025? That is $287.21. And if we go to 2024, what I made is $190.52. And so far in 2026, I have made $196.16. And today is just the 1st of March. So it looks like this year is going to be a good year. And if we drill down further into 2025, you can see that the income, it's up and down, it's up and down, it's not very consistent. There's months like in January I made $0, then in February I made $16, then in March I made $6, then in a month like July I made $67, and in October $72. So it does fluctuate, and that is the same as in 2024, where we can see the same fluctuations. But I'd say in 2024 is when I was actually serious with Blackbox. That's when I started uploading more videos, because originally I think I opened this account back in 2019 when they just launched, or maybe 2018, and I only had maybe 2 or 3 videos, but I never thought much about it until I made like $12 from one video. Then that's when I was like, oh wait, I can actually make money from this. So I ramped up like how many videos I upload, and yeah, that's where we are today. And it might not sound like a lot of money, but I mean, for 2025, $287, that means that paid off my server, which I pay like $80 a year for my storage. My phone bill is all paid through that. I can say it has also paid, several coffees. And the more videos I upload, it means the more money you can make. I've seen people who make like $5,000. That is monthly, basically from this. But then it's a numbers game. Those are people who have uploaded maybe like 10,000 videos, while I have only uploaded like 400 videos. So yes, it's possible for you to kind of make money from this. Like I said, I created an account with Blackbox years ago, and I'm not sponsored by them, honestly. Uh, I just like their service. And what it does is it's a stock video website. Basically, what happens is you upload your video to them, then they're going to distribute this video to other different stock websites, because there's so many of them. So there's, Adobe has their stock service. There's Getty Images, which has also a video service, Shutterstock, there's Pond5, there's so many different websites. So if you want, you can do that manually and upload your video to all these websites. But the beauty of Blackbox is I can just upload my videos to them, and then they will do that distribution. Of course, they will take their cut. And to me, that's fine, because those videos, remember, they were just idling in my hard drive. They were not doing anything. And that's why I like Blackbox. The other thing that I also like about the whole stock video thing is it has kind of created this discipline in me to make sure that I'm actually shooting video that I think is worth being viewed, if that makes sense. So because there's standards for the type of videos you need to upload here. Number one, that video has to be not shaky. It has to look professional. I'd say most of the videos that I've actually sold on Blackbox have been shot by iPhone. A few videos have been, maybe my professional camera, the S7 IV, which I'm using. I have a drone. But most of the videos I think are from actually my iPhone, which means anyone can actually do this, but the video has to be professional. You have to ask yourself, can a movie company or a TV studio buy this video and use it in the production? That's simply the question you need to ask yourself. So the video needs to not be shaky. It has to be very stable video. So let's say when you're taking a video, a lot of times like a tourist, you'll see them holding their camera and they move their head and their phone depending with where they're looking. So it's almost like, any video like that is going to be automatically rejected. Of course, the video also has to be landscape, and simply what you need to do, the video has to be very stable. So if you're shooting, let's say it's I don't know, like a train that is passing, you're better off waiting for the train to appear, then you just hold your camera steady for 20 seconds and let the train pass by. So you're not following the train moving. And if you decide to track the train, then it has to be a very slow, steady movement where the train appears, then you have to just follow it very, very, very smoothly. Anytime you do any jerk reaction, that video is already useless. So you have to be very, very steady following the train. And another thing you also need to know is the videos have to be between, I think it's 5 seconds to 1 minute. And that's what I like also about the stock video service. It has kind of created this discipline in me where I don't need any video more than 20 seconds. Especially when you're just traveling, like, you have your family or you're just solo traveling somewhere. Sometimes you end up taking like a 2 minutes video. Let's say, for example, it's a fireworks and you just see someone holding their camera for like 3 minutes. You'll never watch that video. So you only need 20 seconds of video at most, or maybe 30 seconds at most. And yeah, again, that's the kind of discipline this creates. And it has also helped me with my file management because it means a lot of video that is unnecessary, I just now delete them. I don't need to have them. Anything that is uploaded to Blackbox and has been approved, that is a good video. I'll keep that. While anything else, unless it's something, maybe nostalgic to me or just personal, then yeah, I'll keep it. But most videos, you just delete them. So that is the kind of things which you need to pay attention to when you're making this kind of content, or if you want to start getting into uploading stock videos. So let's look at a few examples of videos which have been accepted. So for example, this Qatar video, I'm sure I've sold this several times. And I shot this with my iPhone again. Made sure, number one, that the focus is locked so that the brightness doesn't keep, adjusting up and down, up and down. Then as you can see, I held the phone very steady for 59 seconds. So this is a long one because again, I wanted to capture the landing of the plane. So this is a long video. Therefore, as you can see, I tried my best to hold it very steady. And even when we land, you can see the movement. You can barely notice that we've landed because again, the iPhones are very good with their stabilization. So yeah, that works out well. But again, you can see I'm not trying to capture many things. I focused on the landing. I want you to see the Doha, that is when you're landing, and all the way to the ground. Here's another video which is a takeoff, and you can see the video is again very level. I'm not trying to adjust. I'm not trying to do any micro adjustments. And yeah, I think this video has also sold a few times. And probably with what's happening in the world right now, it might sell several times again. Let's go to Luxembourg. I'm sure I have several videos from there. Yeah, this hard drive is slow because it's straight from my server. But let's look at a video like the Luxembourg Bridge. You can see from this Luxembourg video, again, it's very stable. Of course, there's some micro movements, but I think that is allowed because they know you're holding a phone, so that's fine. So very small movements, that should be okay. And that's another video which I'm sure if I upload will be accepted because there isn't any much movements. The other thing, when you're uploading the videos, they also don't need to have sound. You just need to upload the video because again, most people that are going to use these videos are people who are going to edit them. So they'll probably change, they'll cut it, they'll try to color grade it differently, all that. Let's go to maybe Scotland. Actually, let's go to videos which I've already uploaded. So let's go to my Blackbox. And you can see here, this is my draft. So these are several videos which I'm going to be working on. And these I shot with a drone. So you can see again, the movements are very, very intentional. You're either, getting close to a subject, or you're getting far from a subject, or you're panning, and that's it. You don't need to do any fancy transitions, or like, if even it's a spin, it has to be a very consistent spin that you're doing. So these are some of my draft videos which I'll be editing. And maybe while I'm here, we can go to edit. And you can see there's editorial and then there's the normal. So this is a normal video because I have the full rights. But if it's a video which has any identifiable people, so for example, let's go to, let's look at this crude oil tanker. So this is a video that I'm probably is going to sell at some point quite well, depending with what's happening in the world. Maybe there's something to do with oil, and a company, a news company is looking for a video that shows an oil tanker. This is a perfect video for them to license. But if there's a video which has any logos or which has any identifiable faces, then that's where you click this editorial, because then this video, basically what you're stating is you don't have the full rights to this video. But the good thing with Blackbox is you can still make money out of this. So probably that type of video will be sold through subscriptions, where it will go to a website where maybe they allow subscription. So you might make less money from it, but it's still okay since you already have the video. So for example, this ship, I'm sure the quality is not the best here because it's a bit compressed. It's just for you to preview. But there's a massive word here written Princess Cruise Ship. So this is definitely an editorial video. Therefore, I won't make much money from it, but any money is good money, to be honest. So yeah, you can see online. Online means that has been approved, and we can go to status. So once you upload a video, it will be on pending. Then after some time, it will be under review. Then if it's accepted, it will go to ready. Then after that, it will go to online. And online, it means now that has also been accepted by the other stock companies that want videos. If it's rejected, you'll see rejected by Blackbox reviewer or rejected by agencies, because sometimes the video can also go to ready, but then the agency rejects it. So maybe one of the Blackbox reviewers didn't catch it. Offline, I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen exception before. But you can see I have only 422 videos that I've uploaded so far. Let's go to the oldest. So this is in 2022. That's when I uploaded the first video. And it's a video from back in Kenya. I was at the back of a truck, and just a view of the wind turbines in Gong Hills. And yeah, you can see it's just very simple videos, but again, the quality has to be very consistent. It has to be a stable video that is not shaky. I think I keep saying that because if you want to get started to it, that is one thing that will catch you out several times. Another thing with Blackbox, there's Marketplace, where, for example, you want to be a curator. You can come here and you can bid to be a curator. So you can see become curator, and that means this person can maybe accept you, and then you can do the curation for them. What is curation? So that is when you have, let's say, videos like this in the draft, and you need to fill in the information for them to be findable. Is that a word? Findable? Someone can find them, or they can't be submitted. So for example, description, what is this video about? So you can see there's a hill, it's in Scotland, there is a lake somewhere there. It looks like it was shot in summer. There's a bit of clouds, so maybe like a rain cloud. There's some heather growing there. I think that's heather. What else? What else? So these are the kind of things you have to identify about a video. So I'll go in the description and I can write up something like that. I won't write that just now. Then the keywords, that's the same thing. Scotland, you can write summer. And Blackbox says the first 5 keywords are the most important when it comes to relevance. So that is something you just have to be careful about. Then category, depending with what it's about, you can choose either it's nature or secondary category. You can choose like drone, since it's a drone shot. Then type of camera that was used, this was a drone. Then shooting country, you can select that, select Scotland. Then down here we can see a few releases. So for example, if you shot a person, a model or a property, and you want to have full rights to that video, then that's where you click attach model release. So that has to be signed. So if you look in this folder of mine, I have releases here. So I have a release for model. So this is just something you print. You'll give a model, and then they're going to sign it to give you basically permission to use their image in your video. Then there's this section here for shares. So again, if you've partnered with someone else for curation, then you can split 50-50, 80-20, 80-10, 90-10. That's up to you and the person doing the curation. Therefore, you make money, they make money. And the beauty of it is, you don't have to have like a back and forth conversation with them. Once they do their job, Blackbox handles how the money is distributed. Therefore, they split it according to how you shared revenue here. And here we can go to the total earnings report and we can see some of the videos that I've sold. So for example, I sold this video for $176. So that's a drone shot which shows the, I think it's called the pink, forgotten the name, but it's north of Scotland. So yeah, I'm surprised that sold for that much. So again, probably, I don't know, maybe a TV production company or video production company is going to be using that. There's a video here I sold for $10, which is in Kenya from Lake Bogoria. Again, you can see very consistent movement showing the flamingos, and this is like a hot spring. So I shot this with an old iPhone, probably an iPhone, not 10, one of the smaller iPhones, and not even the mini. Yeah, but I remember this from like maybe 6 years ago when I shot that video. And you can see the Qatar Doha video also sold for $9.10. So yeah, it's very random on how or what type of videos actually make money. Maybe let's expand this further to several months and see if it will give us more details. And you can see data set and the subscriptions or discount packs. So these are videos which were sold through subscription. So let's say people who are registered into things like, I think, Artlist or other websites where you just pay one subscription and you have access to all their assets. So that's where you make money like that. Then $58.97, that is ScotRail train in Inverkeithing. Again, you can see what I was talking about, how the video needs to be consistent. So the train has appeared and I'm just tracking it. Basically, I'm just tracking it. You see, I didn't pan around with it until almost the last second, because that video has to be very, very smooth. The moment it's jittery, that video is out. That's another drone video from Kenya. And yeah, it just shows the hills in Kisumu. Let me just go back to the videos I've uploaded, and you can see I've created different folders: abandoned, uploaded final. Let's go to abandoned. Let's see what's here. And we have the Statue of Liberty. So I abandoned this because I knew this video will be rejected, because I don't know if you can notice that there's just that, it's almost like a flickering, and that is because the video was very shaky. Like we were on a boat and it was, you can see, at night, and it was also very windy. So I tried to stabilize this video, but that created some weird artifacts on the statue. So yeah, this will definitely be rejected. So there's no point of me even trying to upload it. Uh, but I think it's a good video just for personal use, which will remind me I was there. So that's why I've not deleted it. But if you go to uploaded final, let's go to, maybe let's just check a few more. IB style. So this is a video of a hotel room. This is definitely going to be editorial because I don't own the rights into any of these. So you have to choose editorial. Then we have, let's say, Munich. Is it Munich or Munich? And you can see there's very, very slight shake, but that is acceptable because, again, logically, it's impossible for you to be at a high elevation and the video to be very stable if you're using your phone, unless you have a proper camera with a heavy duty tripod. Then yeah, definitely that is going to be top notch. Let's see, do I have I haven't done the New York videos yet, but yeah, England, I'm sure I have several from maybe like London. So I'm just trying to show you different types of videos so that you can have the idea. But Blackbox also does very well with before you upload a video, they keep reminding you, make sure you follow all the rules which are on there, because otherwise, if you keep breaking their terms and conditions, rather, it will be deleted. So for example, we have these which are Kenya Airways plane. This is in London Heathrow. And again, a very, very slow tracking of the video. And you can see even the quality is not like the best when it comes to the resolution, because I was shooting this with the long lens on the iPhone, which is not really very good quality. But that video was accepted. We have another one here, which is from the plane just before you land in Heathrow, and very stable, just showing you the scenery. But again, the video is very stable. That is what you're aiming for. So you have to ask yourself, what is the subject in this video? So that is the plain banking. So that's why that happened. What is the main aim of this video? What is the subject? Once you focus on the subject, you stick to it. Some other random videos that I've actually uploaded and they were accepted is me being in a plane. For example, this one. And I'm just in a plane and I'm using my phone, so not doing anything much. But again, this is simply a video to sell, showing someone in, so it's like a, what I've named it is black male flying business class British Airways using phone, because those are the kind of tags which you need to use. So this video at some point, it hasn't sold yet, but maybe at some point British Airways or some other company might be looking for a video, with the same tags, and they might use it for their marketing or whatever they want to use it for. And yeah, so yeah, you can see I've taken a lot of plane videos. So again, that is takeoff from Heathrow. Let me find something different. Yeah, so let me show you this. So this is people walking in snow in London. So slightly jittery, but again, it's not as jittery as, what most people will have done when they're taking video in this situation. So there's a lot of snow, people, which, it doesn't snow that much in London from what I've come to learn. So that's definitely a video which I'm sure has sold maybe a few times. And that's it for this very long video about stock videography. I hope you've learned something. I hope you'll manage to, upload some videos, find one service and stick to it. So if you want to try Blackbox, try to register an account. If they accept you, stick to them. Or if you want to try Adobe Stock, or you can try iStock, which was bought by Getty Images, or Shutterstock, which I think has also now been bought by Getty Images. Or you can try Pond 5, find one service and stick to them. Try and upload as many videos as you can with them. Then I think after there, that's when you can try and diversify to upload to different other platforms, because it can either be quite overwhelming, because the initial effort you need to put is also quite high, especially when it comes to editing the video, then tagging it. But then after that, once you've uploaded the videos, that's it. And that's why you have to do a lot of work just before even uploading. Basically, when you're shooting, you need to make sure that video is already good enough. So if it's a video where it's just 10 seconds, just hold your camera 10 seconds, that's it. Or 20 seconds if it's panning. If you're flying a drone, whatever tool you're going to be using, just make sure you make the video perfect, because it's going to save you a lot of time when it comes to editing, because it will simply be cutting the start, the bad parts and the end parts, and then that's it, removing the audio and uploading it. Okay, take care. See you in the next one.